Now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, he'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now fourth down.
Weren't able to do so on that play.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Returning is Peppers. Not a big deal on that one, just your everyday 67-yard punt. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. So here, 1st and 10 at their own 23. He'll start with a handoff to Sanders. Here's Hurts to throw. Forced out, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. They push him back 8 yards.
The defensive side of the ball gets super emotional. They can come out and play with aggressiveness, with fury, because they don't have to be quite as precise, and it paid off for them on that play, didn't it?
Sure did. Excellent play, really setting the tone for this third quarter. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now fourth down.
I thought he definitely did.
Yeah, he did everything he could there, trying to pick up some positive yardage, and he did, but not enough. Fielded at about the 28. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. Minnesota's offense takes over possession. And our game's
play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
It's incomplete. Getting the ball is Cook, running left. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
I thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Murray's throw there taken in by Smith. Territory even if they don't get it, though. Third down, here's a run by Cook. And some room to maneuver. Touchdown, Vikings! Dalvin Cook, his second touchdown on the season. And the Vikings have retaken a third quarter lead.
But I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt...
Saw them out there. It was a quick 3 and out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series. But what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here.
They run with Sanders off the option. And he finds some... Hurts sets up to throw it. Dancing to his left. Hurts fumbles it, and the Vikings pick up the football. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Well, the tide definitely seems to be turning in this third quarter as this defense is able to knock the ball free and recover.
And let's look at it this way. Their offense is right back out there who just got them the lead a few minutes ago. This has the potential to be a big swing in this game.
So here are the Vikings to 6 now. 1st and 10. Following that fumble recovery, it's Murray. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And down to throw again on 2nd down. Murray. And this is caught. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. Here's Madison running on 1st down. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. On 2nd and goal, Murray got his tight end. That's complete. It's Smith. It's 3rd and goal. They'll try to run with Madison. They still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Trying the power game with Ham. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. His 3rd rushing touchdown on the year and 4th overall as his guys are able to extend their lead. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about it.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. This one taken just inside the 10. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. So problems compounding themselves here on the return. They just give up the touchdown, and now they lose the football.
Yeah, partner, things are starting to unravel a little bit for them right in front of our eyes. They're going to be looking for some answers, and quickly.
First and goal. Cook will score. Touchdown, Vikings. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing. At me, and I know we're both thinking the same thing. Isn't it easy enough to keep it between the sidelines? Because unless you're intentionally doing it for some reason, well, that's a costly mishit.
Now back to throw. Quick slant here to Smith. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
Puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. From the 44, Hurts. And this one caught by Beasley. And the tackle going to be made at the 38 down. They'll try and run forward with Sanders. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran an even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. The fullback at their 38. Murray now. He'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. To throw, it's Murray. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And the Vikings are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield.
Safe to say one is not buying the other dinner.
Murray now on 1st down. He's going to look deep end zone for Hopkins. And this is play action. Now it's Murray. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
They keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
And some room to roam now. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. On play action, it's Murray. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. And the Eagles are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception.
10 at the 20. It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And he'll be tackled at the 3rd down. Hurts. And that is
in a 4th down. Well done.
Here's the veteran punter Lee as he sends this one away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Vikings offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And the last time out, they have more cautious here on this drive.
Yeah, nothing worse than repeat mistakes, right? You end up coughing the ball up. You end up throwing a pick. Everything goes awry. And now, points to...
Oh, they've intercepted Murray for the third time. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. Boy, Charles, that is now 3 interceptions in 3 consecutive drives, and you can see he's just got a look of disgust and bad body language, understandably, as he walks off the field.
And I think it comes from the fact that he's not sure what he sees down the field, Brandon. I don't know if he's seeing ghosts. I don't know if he just can't read defenses. I'm not sure what it is, but that's why he's frustrated. Think about the defense, right? To expecting to intercept passes, their confidence at an all-time high right now.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts. And that is...
got work to do to get to field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
It's a second down run with Sanders. And they'll get this just down marker is here on third. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. It's caught on the right side, it's Smith. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling.
Before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. And now out comes Minnesota.
And what that means is for all these guys, it's been a while since they've been out there going full speed, so they've got to get everyone back out there, run a couple of your go-to plays.
2nd and 5. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Back to throw here. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And that will be... The punt team on now is from their end zone. They get it away. This offense ready for their upcoming series as we get a look at the former Heisman Trophy winner, Devontae Smith. Good day for him.
Increases the confidence of his team because every play he makes, that means his quarterback is really feeling good about throwing the football. Probably feels like he can't.
Yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. From the gun, it's Hurts. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Brian Asamoah in there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man.
One thing that I like now.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. He's going to let this one go deep and bring up fourth down. Here's Andy Lee now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he'll take it on this side of midfield. One quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. As we begin quarter number 4. First down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll work down. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
League, no question about it. That wasn't the biggest of gains, but it was enough to get them a first down. And it continues to test the defense.
And incomplete. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Middle of the field to Jefferson. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball. They'll look to throw here on first down. And this one right back into the hands of Jefferson. And they'll get this down to the 10. 12 more yards for him there. It's a first down. Cook up the gut. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook, a 10-yard touchdown run. And the Vikings are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead. I tell you what, Charles, I know that you don't put a ton of stock into power rankings and things of that nature, but another score, you would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because They're going to have to sit. I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this.
Throwing is Hurts. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete.
Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Throwing against. Here's Hurts to throw. Buying time to his. Hurts fumbles it. And this belongs to the Vikings.
All right, you've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And this ball on second down coming up. Back to throw. And Cook has it left side. And they're going to get
out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. The Eagles offense now gets set to head back onto the field. Well, this has been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays that it's a team that's playing at an elite level.
To try again after the sack. Hurts escaping the pressure here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Flush pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Multiple rushers break through to drop him for the 7th time this game. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because
as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this one goes sailing out of bounds. Where did it cross? Well, they're going to say on this side of midfield. The Vikings offense now heading out to take over. Well, the win for them at this point.
Skills, partner, because I think you saw them charge onto the field fired up about another chance to get it.
Facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. They'll try the middle with Cook. And a nice job there defensively. They get him to the ground short of the first, right around the shy of midfield. A 59-yard attempt. Joseph's got it, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter's
looking to throw again on 2nd down. Hurts. That last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Hurts sets up to throw it.
And that was an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of...
Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted, throwing back across his body. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. Well, I guess an interception at this point on 4th down is just as bad as an incomplete pass. Either way, the ball goes over to the other side.
Yeah, it's a tough spot to be in this late in the game, and there's not a whole lot he could do there, and he winds up giving the ball away.
Minnesota's offense takes over possession, and after the interception, they are sitting in an even... They go play action here on 1st down. Out route to Jefferson, and he's got it.
Downfield and add to their lead almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit too.
3rd down, Dalvin Cook. Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive. Like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you.
So that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. He'll look to throw. He sets to fire deep. And he bats on it at the 37, so it's a 47-yard attempt. The kick by Joseph is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, the only silver lining on the other sideline, CD, is that they kept him out of the end zone, but still, that's that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you're with it and how you continue to lead.
Another try after the first down sack. Hurts fumbles it.
Much like a running back, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Harrison Smith on the safety blitz, able to get the sack.
Partner, my vocabulary isn't that great, but to me, there's only one word that fits this front seven today, and that's dominant. 4 and 5 sacks is already rare in one game. Getting to more than 6.
Here's Andy Lee now, standing just about on his own goal line. He'll take it at the 42. A 39-yard punt, a return of 5, and the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Drive, maybe even an ensuing drive as well, if they really want to drive home this landslide victory.
Yeah, we're certainly about to see just how aggressive they want to be here down this opposing coach. Hey, I had to get them some work too. I can't just let them sit over on the sidelines all the time.
Hassan Reddick able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. They've gone to their fullback quite a bit. He'll get it again. And this won't be enough. A good security. And that is no good. But that shouldn't matter a great deal as they still lead by a bundle here. Well, they can probably live with that with this late lead in the 4th quarter. That's one of the few things that's gone wrong.
You're exactly right. This one was well in hand. That kick there was more for cosmetics, to add to their score. Not getting it, that shouldn't harm them at all.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And their defense was able to hold serve, albeit with a little help from that missed field goal. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Hurts fumbles it. And this belongs to the Vikings. And I don't know that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the 4th. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about we're going to address this come practice next week because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. They'll get this underneath. They'll set up to throw. He's got Smith here, and he gets it down. He'll drop to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And some space here, and he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A good pick. Prime time, CD, but of course, that wasn't their intent in preparing for this one. They said they felt like their offense was ready to put up some points. And it'll be intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And the Eagles are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Now they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
A good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over.
Encroachment, defense.
As an inside linebacker, got to be a little bit more poised.
No doubt about it, because they get a little bit of flexibility, especially in the backfield.
So this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5. Hurts. And that is in 5 now from the 25. Now back to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he loses the football a second time. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble.
Comes free. What's that panic that we've talked about oftentimes that you...
Hurts fumbles it, and the Vikings pick up the football. And they are going to bring this one back. It's a fumble return, a scoop and score for the Vikings. So the big fella gets on the scoreboard with a return for a touchdown. Good thing he didn't have to go too far, though.
You know the trainers were very happy about that. Imagine having to go get him in the end zone, escort him to the bench, and give him the oxygen. They were loving the fact that he got in without having to run very far.